But like we just said a few minutes ago, we couldn't actually remember a comparative hack and slash, right? So this is the best hack and slash on the market right now, by all accounts.
That is a very good point.
Because we were just like, this type of genre, like you said, is kind of a niche now, unfortunately, to some degree. But this is the best one that's out there.
This is the return of the king.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of everyone's favorite podcast, the Critical Arcade Podcast. I'm your co-host, Nick.
And I'm Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Nick. You well?
Yes, I'm well, thank you. Dave, can you remember the very first video game you ever played?
Whoa. Okay. The very first video game I
The
ever
very
played.
first one. I don't know, played or seen?
Oh, I don't know. Now those are two different things.
I guess so.
Very first one I ever probably played was the original Prince of Persia, the old Windows.
Whoa,
the hard game that was. That was a hard game. That and Duck Hunt on like the NES. It's probably
Duck
the
Hunt.
first. Yeah. Remember? Do you know Duck Hunt? You
of course, with the light pistol.
Yeah,
the light
I had
gun.
the light pistol and everything. Yeah, loved that game.
Whoa,
Hate
I've
that
never
dog, though.
played Duck Hunt with the light gun.
It's not good. Those things just aren't accurate in the slightest. It is not a fun game to play, and that dog does wind you up. That dog is the worst enemy in game history.
Of course.
But yeah, that's Prince of Persia, Duck Hunt. Why do you ask?
Those are some. What? That's the 80s.
Yes, I'd say so. Yes, yes, I'd say so. And you? I know you're
The first
younger
game
than I.
I've played was late 90s, but it was an old 80s game. I think it was Circus Charlie.
Is that like a putt-putt game? What's a Circus Charlie?
No, Circus Charlie. You're a little clown in a circus tent on the back of a lion jumping through fire hoops.
Wow. Okay, it sounds apt for its name by all accounts. Was this PC?
Old NES game. No, this was NES.
NES game. Oh wow. Cool.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
You were hitting the NES too.
Yeah,
good
I mean,
times.
I think the Nintendo 64 was out. The
Yes,
PlayStation was out.
Well,
but no, the friends we went to had a NES.
No, to be honest with you, cool friends. By all accounts. They don't get carried away with the new stuff, new tech.
No.
They're playing freaking Duck Hunt, and they're playing Ice Climber and Mario
Circus
3.
Charlie.
Circus Charlie, the well-known, everyone's played NES game that everybody reveres for its circusness and adaptation of circus life.
Oh, of course. The reason I bring this up is some of the very first games that loads of people have played include a franchise that we're touching on today.
That's very true. I think that is a very true statement.
Because this franchise is, goodness, older than most.
It is remarkably older than I even knew myself. Should we dive straight in and tell people what it is?
Let's go. Introduce people. What are we reviewing?
This week we're reviewing Ninja Gaiden 4, because I normally say Gaiden and then Nick tells me off because it's not gay, it's Guy. But
It's Guy. Okay. It's Ninja Gaiden 4, of which we were provided a review code graciously by Xbox. So thank you, Xbox.
Thank you very much, Xbox. And yeah, you're right. This game actually has a really long history that I was shocked by myself. I remember later this game was the original Dark Souls. I would say when this game came out, the original Ninja Gaiden for the Xbox, not the 360, like the Xbox. That game was brutally difficult. Like,
what was it? Was that Ninja Gaiden 2?
I think that was 2. I can't really remember 1. All I know is that Ninja Gaiden 2, in its normal difficulty, was hard. Master Ninja difficulty was absolutely insane. You basically couldn't get hit. You would die. The enemies' health bars were like 3 times the size. It was just, it was absurdly difficult to do.
Like unbalanced difficult. Unreasonably difficult.
I'll give you anyone out there that's done like Master Ninja and Ninja Gaiden 2. then yes, you should be walking with your heads high and be like, yeah, Dark Souls, what? Like, please, bitch, please. Yeah, because those games were crazy difficult. But yeah, a long history. They have 12 games in total, going back, to the 2000s, I'd say.
2000s? What do you mean? The first Ninja Gaiden came out in 1988.
Was that the side-scrolly one, right?
Yes, the side-scrolling one on the NES. That came out in 1988, which, granted, completely different game.
Oh yes, entirely, of course.
But that was the first one in the franchise.
Isn't it crazy? Because you and I both have been in the gaming sphere for quite a long time now, and neither of us picked up these games.
No.
And you're kind of a Dark Souls beat 'em up type sword and slash type person.
You could argue the genres diverged. Yes, they're difficult, but the Souls-like and hack and slash genre.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say are close to the same.
But we were both boys, and we both must have wanted to be ninjas. This has got to be just a given fact,
of
right?
course.
Because ninjas
I am a male. I did want to be a ninja, of course.
There was no time you weren't thinking you were a ninja throwing ninja stars.
Are you kidding me? At one point I thought, oh yeah, hell yeah, I'd be a good ninja.
Exactly. And the Ninja Turtles was on TV.
Yep.
And what did you ever watch a movie called The Three Little Ninjas or something like that?
No, but I've watched my little brother-in-law watch it a couple of times.
Yeah. So ninjas were hot, like in the 90s, say, ninjas were like the hot thing. Everybody wanted to be a ninja. And again, Team Ninja just comes in and starts making ninja games, kind of like a brilliant idea, really, in the era that we were just everything was ninja-y. I was shocked, go on, sorry.
Even the studio's name.
Yes, right? Isn't that just... I do love those, like, Team Ninja. What type of games do you make? Ninja games.
Games.
What do you expect? Like, even... Okay, Team Ninja, they've done the Ninja Ninja...
Come on.
Gaiden games. No, Gaiden! God
Gaiden!
They did the Nioh games.
Yes, they've done Neo 1, Neo 2, Neo 3 should be coming out,
right? Yeah.
I think 2026.
They did Wolong Fallen Dynasty, which is also kind of like ninja-esque.
You could call that a ninja game, sure.
And Dead or Alive, the long fighting franchise, also kind of has like a ninja like storyline to it, or at least themes to it, because Ryu Hayabusa, I don't know how to say his name.
Ryu Hayabusa.
Hayabusa. He's in it. He fights it. His sister's in it. Is also a ninja. The purple hair girl that I forget her name is now. She's also a ninja. And in the fighting games, they kind of were portrayed as ninjas in a fighting tournament.
Yeah.
So Team Ninja just did ninjas. They are the bread and butter of ninja gameplay fundamentally.
Yeah. Go Team Ninja. And you just reminded me. This isn't the first time we are reviewing a game in this universe.
It depends on your view on the one other Dead or Alive game that we've reviewed. Which is very precise.
The one other Dead or Alive game we've played is technically connected to Ninja Gaiden 4.
Go on, tell them what game that was. What
canonically, I'm not sure if this is even true. I'm going to pretend it is because this is our podcast. Canonically, the only other game in this universe we have played is Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Which ninjas do need some downtime. They do need to relax. Maybe volleyball is their choice of sport to relax. Yes. And you know, that's
maybe if they go on vacation to play some volleyball.
That's right. After all the saving of the world and all the other things, that's what you're gonna do. Maybe it is all just in the same universe, and that's what they do after they've saved the world and rid all of the evils. They relax and wear bikinis and play volleyball.
Correct. And you know what? That's fine by me.
Yeah, no complaints from this side either. But I think this is the first game though that I think has got a co-developer. Am I right? This is the first time we've done with a co-developer.
I don't know if it's the first time, but yes.
But this got also co-developed by a very famous name in the game.
A very prestigious studio.
PlatinumGames, which made, I'm sure everybody knows, the Bayonetta series of games.
Yep.
They did the Nier Automata. I don't know.
I swear they did that. I think they did Astral Chain.
Yes, the Nintendo DS one, right? They did that.
The Switch game.
And they did... Switch, sorry. And they did Vanquish. Can you remember? Did you ever play Vanquish?
No, but I've wanted to so bad.
Yeah, it was like a release game for... I can't remember if it was the 360 or something like that, where you're just sliding around in like robot rockets and shooting stuff. Yep. It's actually a good game. Bit short, but solid. But PlatinumGames, well known for their hack and slash type gameplay.
They have made some of the best hack and slash action games on the market.
Yes, exactly. And Bayonetta probably being the most popular and most famous one because of the combos, the absurdity, all the other things that you find in those games. Which is, again, perfect combination, really. Ninja-based things, great. And then a hack and slash expert coming in to refine things. And
it really does make a lot of sense.
And both of them are kind of, as companies... haven't done great recently in games. Bayonetta 3 didn't do much sales that well.
No, I mean, because
even
it was
Wo
a
Long
Switch
didn't
exclusive.
do well. Yeah, so they really needed... I like the idea that they saw that they needed to cut costs and stuff like that, and they teamed up, and they thought, let's try to do it a Ninja Gaiden game. I think that's a clever idea. I think they came in, worked together, and knocked a game out, which I'm sure they're very proud of.
And if I can be frank... it seemed like it worked out.
Yes, agreed. I think
it seemed like that they made a good game.
Yes, if you look across the board, most people are saying it is what it is. It's not revolutionizing gaming, but it is a good.
It doesn't have to all the time.
No, exactly. I agree. It doesn't.
The games don't need to be revolutionary, innovative, the best of the best every single time, just to be an acceptably good video game.
Yeah, it just needs to be fun. And like we said before, it needs to just tick those little... Which boy and girl just didn't want to be a ninja? So a game about being a ninja, that ticks a lot of boxes for a lot of people.
It does.
Right? There's nothing wrong with it. And this is actually kind of... This is set after Ninja Gaiden 3, right? Which was...
I don't know how long after Ninja Gaiden 3, but it must be some time. Because Ninja Gaiden 3... in real time came out almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, it was like 2012, I think. So it's like
2012. Oh, wow. Right? Yeah. I thought it was earlier than that.
By all accounts, they did do a bunch of re-releases and remasters of like Ninja Gaiden Black and some other games that I get very confused. They're all in there.
Yeah, but they all did those this year.
Yes, so but they are games that were already released. They just redid. But so this is the first new Ninja.
The first
Gaiden
mainline
game. Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't really qualify how much in the future, like you say it was, but Ryu is still alive, so I can only imagine it's not too... I don't think he's immortal or anything like that, so it can't be too far ahead of time.
I don't know, right? That's debatable.
That's true. He
they did... Wait a minute. Okay, there was a massive gap, and then all of a sudden, in 2025, they made Ninja Gaiden 4...
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden 2.
Yeah.
Black, which is the remake of Ninja Gaiden 2. And Ninja Gaiden... What was the side-scrolling one? Renegade?
Could have been Renegade, now you say
After 13 years, all of a sudden we get 3 Ninja Gaiden games in a single year.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like, what...
Tell me...
What boardroom did that come
from? Would you say that Xbox, who's publishing these games... is trying to bring back Ninja Gaiden?
I think most companies are trying to bring back old IPs because they need money at the moment. And they know... especially in Japan, Ryu is actually a really popular character. Like, he really is one of their favorites. And it's a lot of people's favorite characters. So I do think people, especially Microsoft, as we know, are kind of struggling on the old purse strings at the moment. So they're trying to bring back a lot of nostalgic games and franchises. Like you said, there's nothing wrong with this franchise. You're a ninja, it's a hack and slash. People enjoy those two things.
Yeah, you could say it's such an easy win. Good Ninja Gaiden game.
Yeah, exactly.
And in a single year, 3 good Ninja Gaiden games.
Right.
I'd say Ninja Gaiden is back.
Yes, I agreed. And like I said, from us being both in our 30s, we're very happy to hear those such things because we like these old games.
Yes.
And we like the idea that old games are kind of beating out the new games
Yes,
right now.
yes.
So,
That old games are being made again, made new again, and just
so we get to relive
proving
our
why they are still the GOAT, still the king.
Right. No, exactly. The king of the gaming eras, right? By all accounts.
Yeah.
Okay, should we jump into narrative? Because
let's do it.
This okay, like we said, this takes place sometime after Ninja Gaiden 3, in a future Blade Runner-esque Tokyo.
Oh,
and it's,
that's the exact...
Right?
Isn't that just so right? The cyberpunk Blade Runner-esque city.
Big, massive skeleton of a serpent or dragon sitting around the city. A miasma of dark rain falling upon it. The world has gone to crap. Let's face it. That's this is the main premise here.
Or at least this part of it. Right?
Yes, that's
this
very true.
massive area that used to be Tokyo is now abandoned because the husk of the dark dragon is leaking decay.
Yeah, some decay, poison, dark liquids. Yeah, it's a negative.
And that's spawning demons.
Right. And you play not as Ryu this time. You play as Yakumo.
Yakumo.
The frosted tipped ninja. Which
why does he have frosted tips? Why is Yakumo? You know what?
Go on.
I'm not the biggest fan of Yakumo.
The only problem. He's cool. He's a ninja. That's a given, right? He's got that down. But as a character, I've written this at the bottom of it, the character growth in this game is non-existent.
None.
Zero. There's
nothing.
Poor Yakumo, he just goes with the flow. He meets a young priestess, or kind of what goes to kill a young priestess, and then gets convinced instantly not to kill the princess because she's easy. Priestess, sorry. Because she goes, oh no, I've got a better plan. And he goes, all right then.
Okay,
we'll go with your plan then.
Easy.
And you could say he kind of falls in love, maybe, but he only says like 3-word sentences, like "not this time" or
this falls directly into the character trap that I usually bring up. I've brought this up for years at this point on this podcast. Right, where some characters are cool because of what they can do, not because of who they are.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah,
I've got this problem with Aloy.
Yes.
Because she's not a character. People like Aloy because of what she can do, not because of who she is. She's dry as bones.
Yeah, but she's badass combat.
Yeah, but she's got a bow and arrow.
Yeah, she's cool.
At certain points, Geralt. I think that's mainly just his voice acting. I don't like his voice acting. But there are so many protagonists who aren't characters. They are just vessels for you to do gameplay, which there's nothing inherently wrong with that. But there's no character there. Yakumo's not a character.
The thing is, a lot of people, I much like you, I thought myself, these games are kind of just, the story's kind of superfluous, right? It doesn't matter. You need a point A, and you need a finishing point.
Yes, and you need a vessel to go from one to the other.
But I heard,
and Yakumo is that vessel.
A lot of the older ones, people actually enjoyed the story. It kind of had like a campy, like Mortal Kombat aspect to it. It was like, yeah, but there was a bit of character evolution. Yeah. People were corny and dumb and hot and all these other things, and people actually liked it. A lot of the old school Ninja Gaiden people were actually kind of disappointed with the story of this one too, because there wasn't much there. The only one that kind of does grow is Sayori, the priestess you save.
Yes.
You have I don't know if it's Mia or Mio, the shrine voice. I know she's a hacker, but Umi. I don't know.
It's Umi.
Like all she did was speak to the shrine. You never actually got to see her.
No, she's an icon for the game. That's it. That's it. A penguin icon.
Yeah, and then you get the I don't know, the Raven guy. I don't remember the names. All he does is aura farm. He just comes down and, what can I teach you now?
Oh, yeah, that is all he does. He just jumps in and talks.
And there's not really...
And you buy moves.
There's like this caretaker guy that escorts
He's a vendor.
Sayori.
He's a vendor.
There's just no depth to any of them, which is a bit sad because Yakumo actually kind of has a lot of weight on his shoulders. He is he's the prestigious Raven. I keep saying Ravenclaw, but that's not it because that's Harry Potter. He's a Raven Clan. There we go. Raven Clan member kind of has a prophecy about him, just like Ryu. Right, I don't know if it's Ryu or Ryu. So he kind of has a lot on his shoulder, but he doesn't have any depth to anything he says. He just says, "I'm going to kill it. I'm going to go do that. I'm going to murder it."
And he says it in a cool voice, and it's flat the entire game.
That's right.
It doesn't mean anything.
Later on, he does do like a full sentence and a half of dialogue. But it doesn't mean anything. He isn't sad. He isn't happy. He isn't really that angry. It's just a statement.
He has one emotion the entire game. Cool.
Yeah, that's right. Ninja. If ninja was an emotion,
ninja.
That's what he has. Right? He just has that emotion.
That's his one emotion.
That's
what
right.
are you feeling now, Yakumo? Ninja.
I will kill with my ninja badassery.
I am ninja.
But on that same note, we don't expect really amazing stories in this. We want them, but we don't expect
I'm
them.
expecting serviceable story, which, you know what,
exactly.
I think that's what I would call this narrative, serviceable.
Agreed. So
there is zero character growth.
No, you have to defeat the bad guys. That's basically it. That's
exactly.
Which is fine.
The story is Sayori convinced Yakumo to revive the Dark Dragon in 10 seconds.
Yeah,
and to do that, you need to, guess what? Collect weapons. Ooh, what's Yakumo gonna do with those?
Right? He's a ninja. He knows all weapons.
Yeah. The story and Yakumo are just vessels to increase gameplay.
Yeah, exactly.
And combat.
That's exactly right. Gameplay is what this game is about fundamentally, and they
absolutely. We'll get into gameplay, but I mean, it's not really a secret though.
No,
a game like Ninja Gaiden,
agreed.
The story's there, but you're there for the gameplay.
That's exactly right. Which again, like you said, it is what it is. The visuals will get you from A to B. Yeah. You won't get that invested, but that doesn't really matter in a game like this. Mm-hmm. Should we go to visuals? Because
not yet. Who's your favorite character?
Sayori. Easy.
Sayori, same. Easy answer.
Yeah, it's the only one who has any growth whatsoever.
Any personality, any semblance of a personality.
Exactly, right? She's
Sayori.
And there's two other things about her I like.
What could those two things be?
There's two other things. Nice segue to visuals there, right? Because I think this is one of the main factors Yakumo agreed to her quest change.
I am not even going to argue with you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you know what I'm talking about, there's kind of a... I'd even say it's kind of their signature, thing now. It's their calling card, Team Ninja, in regards to their games. They've always had absurd jiggle physics. Like water balloons, just everything's full of water. Everything just has kinetic energy to every movement.
This is always... Yes. It's been there from the first games, which could have been one of the reasons that they made Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Yes. I like how you said only one of the reasons, not the key reason why they made it. It's because everybody enjoys a good volleyball game and beach fun, right?
Let's say the target market enjoys.
Yes. So it's almost we meet Sayori. She's the first female you meet, and there's from a very smooth brain, a manly man aspect of me go, yes, jiggle physics. Yeah. It's here. It's ridiculous. It
is absolutely ridiculous.
It's absolutely absurd.
Please don't misunderstand.
Their outfits are insane.
Why? Nobody needs to wear that, Sayori. Thank you, but you don't need to wear that.
But I do think Sayori was the key factor to changing. I think Yakumo was what? I think he was blinded by the headlights, and he was like, "Yeah, okay, I'll follow you. Where are we going?" Sorry,
yeah, of course. Sorry, you don't want me to kill you? Cool.
That's right. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Sorry, what did you say? What's your name again? But yeah, and of course you played the badass frosted tips. I don't know where the frosted tips came from. Very Backstreet Boys hair. badass armor though. You look like a ninja with angry face and stuff. The only thing visually I didn't like about this is that everybody seems fully waterproof. Did you?
Everyone's what?
Waterproof. Everybody is so waterproof. Every time you go to a cutscene and they did the water effect on the skin, it was like everybody was covered in wax. The water just beaded everywhere. Nothing was. Everything just. It was kind of weird. But that's me being very picky.
I didn't even notice. And it's kind of important because it's constantly raining because the dark dragon decaying.
Right. Yeah, it is. It's. I don't know. For me, it just put me off every single time because it would be the fabric is waxy, the hands are waxy, the eyes, the hair, everything is greaseproof.
I didn't even notice. That didn't bother me at all.
Yeah, because jiggle physics, right? That's you need to fix that by all accounts.
What I really enjoyed of this was the presentation.
Okay.
They really do a good job of presenting Tokyo as this future dystopian cyberpunk Blade Runner city. You're in there and it looks sci-fi and Eastern as hell. Right. It's like if Cyberpunk and Silkpunk had a demonic baby.
No, it's great. Even the cyberpunk samurai people you go up against. The
DDO.
Yeah, those really stylish look to them. A lot the bad guys. A lot even just like we were saying before. The combat is very pretty. Again, something that they excel at. The combat in its own right.
Yeah,
just makes you feel like this badass ninja. It
looks incredible in motion.
Yes, exactly.
When this game keeps going, if it goes from 0 to 100 in less than a second, it looks good.
And it's got all those things you want. It kind of like it slightly reminded me of God of War because every boss fight has an overly dramatic death cutscene to it, which is just extreme and absurd.
It's great.
And cut in half.
But that's what you want.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's one.
You're playing this for that over-the-top action,
and they don't shy away from it. Again, we point out this game is fundamentally gameplay, but the visuals focus in on the gameplay side of things to make you feel the gameplay and the fighting feels
the gameplay
so much better,
and the presentation of the gameplay.
Yes, yeah.
The fluid animations, it all fits so extremely well, and I think one of my favorite small little parts is when you finish your finisher, the screen goes red, the enemy goes black, and Yakumo's sword motion turns white, and he's the only one still in color.
Yeah,
it's very cool, right? and time freezes. It's very difficult to explain how this looks, but there's a very stylized moment when you finally finish a boss.
It kind of reminds you, kind of like the cool stylization of Persona 5. You know, when everything was like when the end cut bit when somebody does you've beaten the bad guys. It's got that or the when you all piled in type animation type feel to it, like when you killed the bad guy. Yeah. But you're right, it's got that big visual pop of just red, black, and white. And
it does.
It's got the gore, but done in a like an artistic way, for like a better way of phrasing it. It is. But it's also, it does all the extreme nasty like gore and all, but it also does those little subtle things where you're dancing between bad guys, and then all of a sudden you'll just do the Nightingale cut or whatever it's called, and you jump across the screen and you just decapitate someone nice and clean, and there's just like, and it just falls down. There's just something so, like I said, there isn't a game that makes you feel so ninja-y.
No. I am going to give a hard agree on that one.
Right? It's very primal by all accounts.
I know this is something for gameplay, but it really, really, really gives you that ultimate ninja power fantasy.
Yes, it really does. It really does. Some of the design choices are kind of weird. There was
Which ones?
There's a big teapot later on in the game that spills out poison, and there's a big like metal cat that shoots balls, it's such a weird. Maybe I don't know the lore in regards to these things, but that was a bit odd.
Do you need to?
Not really. That's very true.
No, I don't. I get where you're coming from, sure, but no, just just fight big weird things and have fun.
Out of curiosity, did you like fighting the DDO more than fighting like the fiends or whatever? I feel more anchored into realism when I'm fighting other bad guys than I do the fantasy ones, so I always kind of liked killing them more than the fiends. Yeah, which is kind of weird because I liked killing humans more than like evil spirits, which is a bit disturbing in its own right. But no, everything else.
I felt the same for both, really.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. It's, like I said, it is quite pretty. It does have little bits where it's not. Some of the buildings aren't like fully rendered in some of the cutscenes, which is very strange. It's just a big dark building with a bit of light hit on it without any texturing and stuff like that, which I thought was later on in the game that comes into play, which is a bit disconcerting. But everything else, it even comes in with the occasional past character that if you know the Ninja Gaiden games, they pop in. They're very much cameos. They don't do much. Even the bad guys to some degree are also nods to old characters in Ninja Gaiden games. So, and I kid you not, there's a great the third boss fight is amazing because you get to take down a big shark, which I don't know why.
That one's great.
There's something very ninja versus
ninja versus big shark.
No, exactly. That's
okay. Let's just talk about that shark boss fight for a small while. That is exactly the type of boss fight I talk about when I say the presentation in this game sometimes is so over the top and extremely well done. Can we just talk about the shark a tiny bit? This shark is the size of a megalodon.
Yes, easy.
This shark has a wig.
It does. That's very true.
This shark, when it opens its mouth, seems like it's containing a tormented soul shouting with its face inside the shark's mouth.
Yes.
Like the boss fight for this shark is a disco.
In a sewer.
In a sewer.
You're at a disco in a sewer.
Ladies and gentlemen, if that doesn't convince you that the presentation for this game is good, I don't know what will.
It really is. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, because let's circle back to the fact that what you're fighting in the first place is a shark
that swims interdimensionally between dimensions whilst attacking you.
Such a great boss fight. Now, it is one of the standout boss fights, I'll admit.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed.
But yeah. I was a big fan of that one.
No, it's a great. No, the visuals aren't too bad. Like you said, and you got to take into account they didn't have the biggest budget. They don't have the biggest team, and we love this about indie games. They take one thing they know they're going to do well, focus on that, and then fit the things around it. The visuals out here aren't too bad. They actually do all right. Anything else visually?
I don't know if You're not calling this an indie game, are you?
No. I just know that the studio did kind of have had really big financial problems, and they really needed this game to do well, and it has. I'm so glad. Which is great.
Glad it did. I really hope that this game sells and just gives them the financial.
It's doing all right. It's doing all right. If you look at Steam charts and stuff like that, it's got a good number of great players. Anything else visually?
I just like, let's say, more of the stylized carnage and more of the things that you can do in this game.
Yes.
Wall runs look great. Grapple hooks are fluid and feel good. I like the Blood Raven form transformations.
Yeah, no doubt.
I like the way those look.
Each weapon has its own transformation as well, so that goes all. There's even like a corny bit when you knock people back into a wall. They do that kind of like splatter onto the wall moment where they sit up there for like a second and a half and then fall down. It's got like 80s cartoon to
it. Yeah. You are an 80s action hero. You're the ultimate. You're all-powerful super ninja.
Did you out of curiosity feel a bit sad after the missions when it called you a common ninja?
I did. I got to see and it called me a common ninja and I thought,
no, don't. You couldn't phrase that. Can't I just be ninja? Just not super ninja. Couldn't be a common ninja. That hurt.
I'm going to pretend I didn't.
I know. Come on, Team Ninja. Be nicer. Jeez. Okay, audio, what did you think then?
audio, I think the best track in any game to have ever existed is the one that plays when you access Umi's terminal.
I was about to say this was big praise coming for a game where I've written down there's some music to it. Again,
I mean, this game is still quite new, so I can't track down the soundtrack.
No, it is hard.
Internet.
I tried to do the same thing. I did try to do the same thing, but I will give it. Like I said, I wrote some of my notes. I was halfway through the game thinking, okay, there is music there. It's not super memorable, but the fight noises and the gore and all the other things, very cool. Except for later on at the end, when you start taking on the big bads and stuff like that, you actually get some hardcore rock music.
Yes.
With lyrics,
you get some good rock. You get some good melodic metal.
Yeah,
which is I wrote down here a ton of people have just added the entire soundtrack of this to their workout playlist.
Yes, I can see that entirely.
Ninja Gaiden 4's music are going to make a shitload of people buff.
Which is a good thing.
Which is an excellent thing. I'd work out to this.
They're actually trying to become ninjas. I'd be amazed if they play this game
Absolutely.
I'm buff. I could be a ninja. Every guy plays this game thinking I could be a ninja. Every girl plays this game.
Although you shouldn't. When you listen to this, yes, you can become a ninja. Don't try to look like Yakumo, though. He just looks like a scrawny white dude.
I really hope Frosted Tips doesn't come back just due to this game. Like, everybody starts just frosted up.
We completely skipped over this in visuals. Okay. Small backtrack into visuals.
Go on.
I don't think Yakumo... he looks like a ninja. I'm not a big fan of the mask and the hair over all of his entire face.
Nor am I. You can see.
You never
again,
see his face. You can see a single eye. That's it.
And that's now. Granted, you could argue that Ryo, you only ever actually see his eyes too, but he's got the old school ninja cloth on his face.
That's not great either.
Yeah, it is. It does make you wonder if he's even got a face under there at all. Like graphically, is it just eyes, and half a nose, and there's nothing underneath it? It kind of adds to the shallowness of the character again. When you
I get that.
A single body
and
part.
I don't know if they are doing this intentionally. Do they know?
Maybe there's a whole story development and stuff like that they got planned for it. But yeah.
Anyway, okay, back to audio.
Audio, and again, it's very hard to praise the audio. Again, the voice lines are so few and far between. I'll give them again. They didn't. I looked up the voice actors. They're not prolific in any way. They've done a little bit of work. I thought Sayori's voice actor was good. I thought she had some character to it.
Yes.
Right? She was playful. She was fun. Right? She was alright.
I wrote that down too. Voice acting and story sound design appear competent, though not.
Agreed.
It's not the standout, except for the best voice actor in the game. Once again, Sayori.
Yeah, easily. It's easily the one that puts the most effort into it. But she kind of also has the most lines.
Very
Yakumo
true.
has very few. A Raven guy has very few.
Yeah.
Even
by lack of trying, they constantly talk to him, and he just says,
"Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm a ninja."
He is playing that stoic card really
Go
hard
away.
by saying
That's
very
not
little.
fun. I'm not having fun being this character.
Yes, exactly. But she was good. I thought she was playful. She was fun. She was dramatic when she needed to be dramatic in the storyline. I thought she was actually pretty. I look forward to seeing more of the voice actor later on.
Yes, agreed.
Apart from that, like you said, there was a cool little guitar riff at the end when you completed side missions, which was I'm just trying to find okay.
You're really grasping.
I was really like, oh, cool.
Oh, there's something. I heard something.
and I'll give you that the it's very weird to grade the sound effects during fighting because it's all just it's blood. It's meaty.
It's very true. It's meaty. It's cacophonous.
Yeah, but I do like you said, those same moments where they do the glory kill moments and it all stops in a pause frame and then it goes silent. That's kind of cool, right?
When they get when a limb gets cut off and then I forgot the word, but Yakumo just absolutely destroys,
obliterates,
decimates,
right?
obliterates. Right. Yes, it's called obliterations. Yeah. He obliterates his enemy in like 2 seconds. That is a very good sound effect. Yeah, and also, please don't think that because I said cacophonous that it all sounds bad. It's not bad. It's just bad. So much going on in a single moment. That's right. Every time you're in combat.
And you are concentrating on your perfect dodges and your perfect blocks. And the combat will go later, but it's quite hard. So you are kind of you are locked in. So the sound and stuff, it's there, but it's not really blowing you away, except for later on in the game where it does actually... It kind of kicks in and you're like, yeah.
Sometimes the sound is there to kind of also give you situational awareness, like where you can see the melee enemies in your immediate vicinity, but you cannot see the ranged enemies who are outside of your view on screen.
That's very true.
So you can see when a melee attack is attacking, but you cannot see when someone's firing rockets at you, but you can hear when someone's firing rockets at you.
Yes, that's very true. Yes, like situationally.
Right? So you're going to rely on your eyes to dodge melee enemies and your ears to try and dodge ranged enemies, which is something that a lot of games do, and I still think is quite smart, and not a lot of people catch
agreed. Catch on to it and then notice, right? Because those gun guys and rocket guys were a pain in the ass.
They really are.
I hated those things.
The knockback is too much.
Yes, it's too much. I hated the flying ones and the kites because I couldn't quite lock onto them properly.
I couldn't figure them out.
Yeah. I think anything else audio, because that goes to gameplay, right?
Yeah, gameplay.
Okay, first, you do get to play as Ryu. So people who do like Ryu, it's kind of late into the story. It's not
very long.
It isn't. But I do like that the whole story for Ryu is kind of you're already a badass and you're just kind of like taking names. Like there's no progression. You're already kicking some ass and you're
exactly. Ryu Hayabusa has been the protagonist for Ninja Gaiden for close to 30 years.
Yes, he has saved the world.
You don't need to fight to the death and level him up.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense for him to still be the character that needs to be leveled up.
Exactly. So that's kind of cool. I kind of like that side of things. You just get like that 1 hour and a half where you get to play your boy from the old ones.
Yes.
Right?
Cool. Team Ninja is still throwing bones, which is nice. Exactly.
One thing I was playing this game and I was like, God, Yakumo just keeps falling off bridges. He falls continuously. 3 bridges, 2 cliffs. He's always falling.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest mechanic.
I counted 3 bridges too.
It's just like, oh, bridge. Wind. It's the most like disconnected. I'm not a cool ninja to be blown off a bridge.
Yeah,
I should have done some cool grappling or something.
By the third or by the second one, I can't remember, but definitely by the last bridge, he's got a glider.
Yeah, no, it's so strange. It's such a strange thing.
You don't need to fall, Yakumo.
And you fall off a bridge, but the next moment there's 2 walls, and you do the ninja flippy thing going up it like for 60 times, and you're this badass. Like, this is how people climb up walls.
Flip. Which might I say that ninja flippy thing on narrow walls. Probably my favorite thing in the game.
It is, yeah, same. Isn't it just weirdly satisfying? Just going.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah. Ladies and gents, it's when you jump between 2 narrow walls, but it's 10 times the speed.
Yes, and cool. It's not just boing boing.
And cool,
it's flips
because
and twists.
Yakumo's a ninja.
That's right. You can't do anything without ninja style added to it.
Nope.
What did you think? At first, the area traversal things, the grinding on rails, the flying in your glider, the surfing, and there was something else. I found those a novelty at the beginning because it reminded me of like the Xbox 360 era and the PlayStation 3 era where that was a thing. But
which
there
is
are
kind of
so
what this is
many of them.
back to.
It is.
Oh, really? Do you think there's...
Oh, there's so many.
Do you think there's too many?
Do you know how many times there was those segments where you had to fly to one blowy bit and fly to another blowy bit, and I'd miss it and just fall? Or, I know, skill issue more than likely. Or those bits where you're flying and then you've done like the parachuting bit and your arms are out and you're supposed to land on the platform and I would just miss thinking, what the hell's going on? I'm a super ninja and I can't... But there was a novelty to it, which I did like, because it reminded me of old games that used to do that same thing, right?
I liked it too, because a lot of this feels like it's harkening back to the 360, the PlayStation 3. That's the type of gameplay. This hack and slash. We don't get a ton of hack and slash games anymore.
No, not really. Agreed.
You could say because of the influence of the Souls-like genre, combat's slowed down and become much more intentional, which isn't the case here.
It's like Stellar Blade is probably the closest to like a hack and slash that I can come to mind. Would you know? Is it yes or no? Do you agree? Because you're the Dark Souls hack and slash.
Yeah, it was somewhere in the middle.
Okay, fair. But this game does have all the things you're looking for. It's got the perfect block, perfect dodge. It always feels amazing when you pull those things off. There's counters. There's
super weapons. Regular weapons.
You get like a dual sabers or dual samurai knives, and you get a big pointy twirly stick, and then you get
like a cane thing.
You get the classic swirly cane hammer, and then you get. Remember, you watched Naruto. Remember 1010, right? Remember 1010 just had a box of tricks. She just pulled out weapons willy nilly. You don't know 1010?
No.
You watched Naruto?
I did.
I hate 1010 was
15 years
okay.
ago.
Anyway, you get a box of tricks. Basically, shuriken, throwing knives, bombs, weird big blade things, mega chain things. Very cool box of tricks that you get to play with later on. So there's a lot of complexity, and each one has its own blood raven form and stuff like that. It's got it all in there for that really gritty, tight combat that you know and love Platinum Games for, right? This is kind of their thing, and it is full of that. And it's quite difficult. The combat in this I found hard. It took me a while to get used to.
It was not easy, and I think the main reason I found it difficult was because of the speed.
Yes. This is definitely, you've got to tone up a bit.
Yeah, the breakneck speed that this game operates on is just, it is not for everyone.
But it's one of those things, I was thinking this whilst playing it. It's like we're used to God of War, we're used to Dark Souls, and we're used to like the dark blood roll.
You're so right. You're so right. The gaming industry's moved to a different place now that we're being confronted with what gaming used to be, the real hack and slash. We're not used to it anymore.
Yeah, it takes you a while to adjust to just the pace of it. Which,
the pace is...
And you will get owned by, like, I don't know about yourself, I just played the normal difficulty because I wanted to get through the story and stuff like that. But you can get owned by the infantry, or just the normal plebs on the screen, right? You can. You
I have
wrong, you
3 DDO officers next to me.
Yeah.
One in Kite, maybe, or one officer DDO, and they'd get me sometimes.
Yeah, you get it wrong, and you just get your ass handed to you, and then you're like, God damn it, I'm going to be a common ninja again.
Yeah.
But it is very, once you start getting the hang of it, and later on in the game you just get so many bad guys on the screen all at once, which you just start tearing to pieces and blocking and comboing and stuff like that.
Did you ever feel overwhelmed?
Yes, some of those just like extra type fights, there were so many of them, it just didn't end. Sometimes you were just like, geez, what am I unlocking at the end of this segment, because it better be great.
I remember those fights where the reinforcements would just constantly come in. I remember loading and activating my rage mode probably 3 times.
Yes, right, yeah.
I'd rage and the bar would empty and slowly fill up again, and rage and empty and slowly fill up again, and rage 3 separate times in a single fight, where more enemies would just keep coming and coming and coming.
But I did like about the gameplay as well. It felt like the weapons were designed to certain enemies as well, right? The if you had those fish around you, the baton like club thing was better because it had an area of attack to it. I thought the swirly thing was better for single combat. It felt really balanced depending on how you use the weapons,
which is exactly what you want for a game like this.
And for all those people who are old school Ninja Gaiden fans, it also still has a Izuna drop and Flying Swallow, which are kind of like Ryo's famous moves. Yeah. I don't know if you know which ones those are. It's the
I know the Izuna drop. You take him in the air and then kind of spin down on his head.
That's right, the big pile driver, the head drop. And the Flying Swallows, it's just that cool dash to the other side of the screen.
Well, of course they're here because I mean, it's. I feel like this game does something that a lot of games don't do, which is kind of respect the legacy of a franchise.
Yes,
Digimon
agreed.
did this with Time Stranger.
Yes. No, I agreed. I know exactly what you mean.
And Ninja Gaiden 4 is respecting the legacy of what this franchise is, what it means, what it used to be ever since the 1980s.
Yes, and they're trying to play that line between respecting and getting the old players to come back, but also trying to get the new players to play the game too, right? Which is a tenuous line to kind of play when you're making a game. It is.
A lot of games fail at doing this.
Yes.
I think one game that a lot of people didn't trust to do that, funny enough, was the God of War game in 2018.
Oh, the when the remake came out.
Yes. When they rebooted the franchise, a lot of people kind of ditched the game because they thought it's just completely dropping Kratos' Greek heritage.
Yes, it's true. It's true. I can see.
Which
I can see
isn't the
naysayers.
case.
Yeah,
That's not true.
But what's that one? What was the one where they really messed up? What was that campy Grand Theft Auto type one called with all the? I almost had it.
Mind's Eye?
No, that was recent.
Crime Boss, Rockay City?
Oh, I like where you're bringing. That was really bad. You are naming really bad games, so I respect that.
I know what you want. Saints Row.
Yes, there it is. Like that was where they were going to redo it, and they just screwed the pooch on that one so hard because there was no.
That is such a good example,
right?
Such a good example of just completely dropping what Saints Row originally was.
Yes, exactly. Completely changed from the original formula. Not even a little nod or
nothing,
just like bits of one to the other. Yeah, exactly. Whereas this treads that line. It's trying to get new people. Keep the old people, and not, Ryu's not out. It's not like he dropped everything and he no longer has it. The story developed where he was part of it, but he's still there. You don't know what the Ninja Gaiden 5, sorry. It could be our boy could be back, or it could be Team. Like it's done very well. And if you like weird little side missions too, they've got a few of them in there. You get to collect Gordies, which is a weird little.
I think that's fun. I think
a drinking utensil, but he has teeth and feet, and he's a bit of a dick. You have to kind of like fight him before you capture him. Lots of little side missions, in which gets you money, karma, and all these other things.
Is somewhat of a linear type
yes,
game,
I'd say so. Yeah,
right? There's point A and point B, and you need to make your way from one to the other, and you need to fight your way through. The gameplay is still that, but they've added things on the side. From point A to point B.
It's because gamers, when told to go right, go left. Because we know there's a treasure, we know there's a side mission, and they add a bunch of those in there for you, right?
Team Ninja even thought about this. If you hold down R3, it tells you what the right way is, so you can decide. Am I going to go the right way or the right way?
Yeah, exactly. The gamer way, the opposite way, behind
the correct
you.
way.
Exactly. And it does grow fruit. You do find things. You do find extra side quests and special items and stuff. So it is very cool. Anything else gameplay? Do you want to go into performance?
I think we can keep going with gameplay if we wanted to. It's fast, technical, high skill ceiling combat.
Yeah.
Gloriously beautiful with a great presentation.
Yeah, PlatinumGames at its best,
that is just going to be...
forever.
We could keep going on. Right, okay, final thing for gameplay is that I did get the same feeling I got when I played Doom 2016. Okay. I personally got tired. My mind couldn't keep up and I had to take a break, which is... What, is that a skill issue?
Skill issue, age issue. I'm sure it's probably a combination of both by all accounts. One thing I did like about it, because I'm the same, the second shrine boss fight is kind of bullshit because it's a flying wolf. And you can't that's the hardest fight in my opinion. But I died quite a lot. One thing they do, sorry, just saying do on live on air. is that I forgot to buy potions, so I went to the boss fight with no means to actually heal myself.
Oh, you didn't get your divine life essence or whatever.
But the clever thing it does, when you lose once and then twice and then on the third time it will give you 1 potion. And then if you die again, it will give you another potion, so you'll have 2 potions. So it kind of works out that you might fail or miss, and it kind of rewards you for...
Yeah, they anticipate you failing and give you little boosts each time.
Which I thought was a really clever little mechanic, because you don't want to load your previous save from ages ago so you can buy a potion or something like that.
No, you don't.
You don't want to lower the difficulty because you're a grown man and I can't play a game on easy.
This is normal, not extreme.
I'm about to say. So I thought that was a clever mechanic. I thought that was really well thought.
The first time it happened, I felt kind of insulted.
Yeah, you do. Your pride gets a bit of a hit, right?
Yeah, but... After that, I kind of accepted the life potion. Right. And if you keep failing, it keeps giving you little life potions. That after 10 tries, you kind of have a full life potion pocket.
Yeah, I had that too, because that bloody second shrine boss was... God, he was a pain in the ass. Anyway, performance. Because we both looked like we had problems with performance. Slight problems. Okay, what was yours?
Mine was that at certain spots, I could feel the frame rate drop. Not extremely, but noticeably.
Because of all the action on screen all at once type
thing? Funny enough. You'd think it'd be when the combat was at its craziest, but no. It's usually when I was running around a corner into a new area.
Oh, so you're panning the camera as well
Something
as
like
around.
That, which would then be in newer games... a little hidden loading screen.
Yes, true. True.
I think because of that hidden little loading screen of the new area, the frame rate would slightly and noticeably drop.
Okay,
I read that apparently because of Xbox's decision to go multi-platform.
Yes, of course. Yep.
With their titles, I think the port to the PS5 started much later than the PC and Xbox port.
Yes, I think you're probably right. Yes, I can see that. I can see that.
And so they had a little bit less time to tighten the screws and optimize. And I think that's what this is. I think that's what I saw, which can be improved with a couple of patches.
Yeah, it could be patched out. Yeah.
It's not a problem at all. It's just something I noticed.
Well, I did have a problem. On the PlayStation 5, we both run base PlayStation 5s.
Correct.
Mine crashed. I was again this absolute ass of a flying wolf guy in the middle of that fight. My game crashed, and and out of curiosity, you know when your game crashes in the PlayStation 5 and it says, "Oh, we've compiled a report. Do you
want to send the report?"
I send it. Do you send it? I feel like, am I doing good if I send this? Am I stopping other games?
I don't know either. I think I sent it once and it took just a couple of seconds too long, and now I just don't send it anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I want to play games. I don't want to.
Exactly.
I'm not going to do
Why am I looking at this frozen screen?
Yeah, I'm not going to do your work. You like. So yeah, it crashed out, which I was a bit shocked by because I didn't have any problem. Yeah, it completely crashed out on me. But again, like we said. Could be just like I said, porting issue to the PlayStation 5 architecture to some degree.
Could be.
And probably quite easily patched out. It's probably...
Exactly. Yeah. But also, on the one hand, this is a new release.
It is.
And on the other hand, it doesn't matter if it's a new release.
True.
The game should be ready to ship.
And we're going to go on to the next issue, right? Because the price. Because this isn't one of those like $20, $40 type trying to get everybody on board prices.
No.
This was $70.
This was $70. This is a $70 game.
Which as a gamer,
still, I'm not on board with games being $70.
I see $70 and I now think at least it's not $80. But I think, why am I thinking that $70?
That's how they get you. That is how they get you.
They do. $70 is such a large amount of money for a video game. And I'd say this game's probably, 12 hours maybe? I know...
12 dense hours.
Yes, agreed. There was a lot to do. And I didn't do all the side missions. I didn't track down all the bits or go for perfect
same.
Ninja
I kind of
and
just
all the other things.
enjoyed the journey.
Yes, exactly. So it's got some longevity. It's got some legs to it. But $70 is such a lot of money for...
Yes, I get what you mean, although it's $70 because it's new. I do see this game's price coming down, not because it's a bad game, but because it feels like one of those games that the price won't consistently stick at $70.
No, I do agree.
This could go on sale quite often, and maybe even recently. I don't know.
And I actually know Team Ninja and both Team Ninja and PlatinumGames actually quite readily discount their games. They're not one of those ones that always leaves it super high. So I agree. Even the next summer sale, or even coming up to Christmas, I'd be amazed if that doesn't go down a bit at the very least, just to get more people on board.
I agree with you. This game isn't long.
No.
This game is dense.
Yeah.
And if you're a fan of I'm not going to say struggling genre of hack and slash, but the genre that's not as full as it used to be, let's say a decade ago, this is an extremely good hack and slash game for you to consistently play. If you want to do... There are these ghost gates scattered throughout the levels.
Oh, yeah, Purgatory.
And each of those ghost gates has got a ton of combat challenges.
And they're hard.
They're hard. No, they're hard. They are true challenges.
Yeah, no doubt.
If you finish the game...
level of health, right? You can have 80%,
go
70%,
go do the ghost gates. Then you finish the game.
Or just going hard or try to get that greater ninja or super ninja or what the hell the top score is. I don't know.
Exactly, but this is what I'm getting at. If you enjoy the gameplay loop of the Ninja Gaiden hack and slash game, which a lot of people truly do, otherwise this wouldn't have survived for these
very
years.
True. No, that's very true. Very true.
Then I can see spending $70 on this and many, 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 many hours perfecting the combat.
But like we just said a few minutes ago, we couldn't actually remember a comparative hack and slash, right? So this is the best hack and slash on the market right now by all accounts.
That is a very good point.
Because we were just like, this type of genre, like you said, is kind of a niche now, unfortunately, to some degree. But this is the best one that's out there.
This is the return of the king.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, if you like those type of games, this just has it in spades. It just has everything you kind of want.
Absolutely. If you know you like the gameplay loop, this is a no-brainer.
Agreed. And this isn't one of those ones that you can just button mash to, so to speak. You really actually do need to know how to hack and slash in a game. So it does have complexity to it. It does have
although I have to admit, I did button mash a fair amount.
Okay, but you kind of blocked as well, right? But
I did block as well. I dodged. I tried some moves.
Yeah, okay, there is some. I'll give you. Okay, there is some. Like you could possibly get away. I wasn't like perfect ninja, just blocking and then just doing quick. I know lots of people like
perfect
that.
Ninja.
That's right. They like to learn the moves and they have their favorites and just use those and stuff like that. If you like this genre, this is definitely the game to get right now.
Would you say this game innovated?
The hack and slash.
Anything?
No.
I wouldn't say so either.
No, it polished some stuff that we love and like kind of gave it to us again. I'll say that much. No, I wouldn't say there's any actual innovation here. Which isn't necessarily, like you said, not a bad thing. Not everybody has to
Correct. You don't always need innovation.
Exactly.
Polish can be just as good. Which I think this game does have.
Yes, it does. This is a fleshed out game. This is a good game. We liked this game. It has a bit of issues. Its character development is literally zero.
Yeah.
The graphics are good. Music is alright.
Is this game for you? Would you say this is a game for Dave?
I'd stand here saying no. This isn't really. Again, we're both guys and we're both human. So ninjas, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
No one doesn't
Sayori,
say
hell yeah.
Exactly.
But
yeah, it's not. This isn't a me game. Like I said,
this would have been a me game. Let's say 15 years ago.
Agreed. Isn't it fascinating?
15 years ago, I would have played the shit out of this
exactly.
game.
When you're younger,
and continued to play the shit out of this game.
It is so fascinating that your gaming tastes kind of evolve and change as you're like from a teenager to an adult.
I don't even want to say mature because that would mean that this game isn't mature.
No, I still giggled at the jiggle physics, and I'm a 30-year-old man. That was
the giggle physics.
No, the jiggle physics. That's still the 12-year-old me or the 15-year-old me was like,
Yep.
yes, that's funny. But
yeah,
this didn't revolutionize everything, but it does hit those little nostalgia kicks that we all loved about the original games. Yeah. It is hard. It is ninjas. It is gory. It's cool. It is good. It's frosted tips, which I don't think I can say is cool. It's that's I don't think I've got that, that level of confidence in it. It's not too bad. What did we score this bad boy anyway in the end?
Our scores for Ninja Gaiden 4 lived a peaceful life in the middle of Tokyo. It had a wife. They had some kids. Life was good. Nothing was wrong until someone and their Dark Priestess summoned the Dark Dragon that completely destroyed, obliterated, decimated the heart of Tokyo, which had you and your family, evacuated from your little cozy flat. Except for your little boy who's now stuck in that flat. And 10 years later, that little boy has turned into the letter grade rating of C+.
That was a good one. I don't know where that came from. Ups and downs. That was quite the story. That had more depth to that story than this game itself, fundamentally.
It did, didn't it?
C+. Again, like we just said, not our particular cup of tea. We enjoyed the game, so C+. It
yes,
did
and we can recognize that this is quality.
Yes, and it crashed my end. It had a little problems with that. It's more than likely going to patch it out. So that
it shouldn't crash. Don't crash. As easy as that. If this didn't crash, this would be in the B territory.
Easily B territory game. But it is good to see, again, Team Ninja, PlatinumGames coming in with what they know how to do well. And doing it again. It's good to see those things coming back.
It is. I'm glad. I'm glad gaming evolves. I'm glad gaming matures. I'm glad we get new franchises, new IPs, new gaming genres. Right. But I'm also glad when we get the things that we know we love.
Yes, and doesn't get pushed out and stuff like that.
And doesn't get pushed out. Exactly, when we get things from our past polished and respected.
Yes. Again, like I said, it is a respect thing. It helps. Again, the old gamers like to come in, the new gamers come in. It just ticks so many of the boxes, which is very nice for a new game to do. And
absolutely.
And like a C+ is a good game. C+ is always, a pick.
C+, you should check it out. You like hack and slash.
I just wait for it to get a little cheaper. That's all. Just when it goes down to like 50, I think 50 is a good one.
I'm not on this. I don't know. I don't think anyone is on the $70 train except for the corporations. But no, seriously, it's a lot of money.
But yeah, give it a go. I think it is well worth your time, and it is. If you like the old games, this is a good version of Ninja Gaiden. What? Saying Gaiden, I looked on the internet, it's a very British thing to do, so all I'm doing is being very British, and that's fine.
You're just affirming your
I am.
Your heritage.
I'm affirming where I come from. It's so like Ninja Gaiden. There you go. Pick it up. I think it's worth a go.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Critical Arcade Podcast. If you'd be so kind, share, review, comment, subscribe, follow, and subscribe. I said that already.
That's like dip, dodge, and dive, or what the hell it is. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Do all of those things if you'd be so kind. We'd appreciate it a mega ton. Thank you so much. Besides all of those, Dave, where can we follow you?
Well, you can find me out and about, but in the process of playing this game, I did manage to perfect the Purgatory Gate system, those big fiery gates set in the and I can trap you in a room, not with the little minions and not with like the cool samurai futuristic dudes, just a little small space, but each one just packed full of the shark bad guy, the weird wind dog, the weird umbrella woman, and
Gordies.
Yeah, that's right, and Gordies. Little Gordies, just there nibbling
nibbling at your toes. Exactly. It's not fun.
And you'll just be stuck there in purgatory, which is fundamentally for the rest of time, I believe is the very definition of that. So yeah, if you want to do that, by all means, I will throw you through a dimensional gate.
That sucks. No, thank you. Dave, rather, how about you tell us what have we got lined up for next week?
Well, next week, again, we seem to be being very lucky. We're getting our hands on a new game again, and it's a game from a company that everyone knows and loves in the old RPG aspect. It's from Obsidian Games, right? They're well known for Fallout New Vegas. Other games.
Did they do the South Park RPGs? I think they did.
Do they really do the South Park RPGs? That's actually
I think
quite
so.
Cool. I didn't know that. And yes, so we get to play The Outer Worlds 2, which is a sequel to Outer Worlds 1. Outer Worlds 1 was okay. This one is supposedly better. They kind of fixed it and fixed the nuances, and it's wacky. It's multi-mega corporates, like dystopian future type thing. I very much look forward to it because sometimes you just feel like a good RPG.
I've got a hankering for a good RPG.
Right? Again, that feeling of just being a full-on kleptomaniac, just stealing everything in everyone's offices and selling it.
Selling it for a profit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what gaming is all about right there. So tune in next week for Outer Worlds 2.
Should
be a good time.
And we'll see you then. Cheers!
Cheers!